every month he will come back and be like, are you ready for me this month? Are you ready for me this month? Are you ready for me this month? So eventually I said, just give in, or she's not going to get off your back, no matter what you do. So first of all, I want to say thank you. I also want to say I am very privileged to have been part of the Trendy Mom book launch. So I actually have, I actually reviewed a chapter of your book, and I actually have my signature on that book. So on this journey, we have been coming, together on it. And I'm so proud of you, Rose, to, where you have gotten, Trendy Mom into Trendy Talks. And I'm sure we're going to be getting Trendy Mom Volume 2, the second version of your, of your book. I'm looking forward to that as well. And I'm also open to doing another chapter review, or even the book review, as the case may be, depending on what works for you. So again, I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to the Trendy Mom community, which is building up. Amazing how that community is building up. And I'm really, really proud of you, Rose. And I'm proud of your behind the scene team, especially the CEO himself, your husband, the CEO, the chairman of this Trendy Mom thing, who is, he's been behind you every step of the way. And I doff my cap for him. It takes a man, like they say, to, be behind this woman like that. Okay, so my fitness journey, in the course of my presentation, I'll share a picture with everybody. I was off and on for it for a while. At some point I needed to get a bit serious. So for those who really know me, there was a time I had a knee crash. I had a really bad knee crash. I also had a really bad health scare again as well. I think I've only shared that health scare with just a handful of people. So I had a health scare, and then I also had a crashed knee. And I remember when I had that crashed knee, I was told that I was going to have to do surgery on my knees. I was going to have to replace my kneecaps. It wasn't the money so much. It was more like, how was I going to go through that whole process of actually replacing kneecaps that God gave me originally with something that I really don't know where it was going to be coming from. Then I had a friend, she's late now, unfortunately, Lola Jonah, and she actually went to India to have a kneecap surgery. And when she came back, in a week, she passed. She passed within a week. And that just scared the heaven out of me. And I just told myself at that point that I was not going to do I didn't know what she passed from, really. But the fact that she had just come back from that surgery gave me a real bad scare. And I just made up my mind that I wasn't going to do that knee surgery. I was just going to have to, deal with it. Then one day I went to church. And as I was coming down the stairs, because I used to actually work with a stick, if people can remember, I used to work with a stick because I couldn't work properly. I used to lean on a stick to work. And I remember my pastor, Pastor Koju Yemade, he was coming down the staircase and I was going up and he said to me, you know what to do, speak to that knee. I mean, we're talking like how many years ago? And that was it. So I had all this kind of things working for me. And I knew that I needed to, I was going off and on, I was doing diets, I was going off and on, I wasn't serious, but I knew at some point I needed to take my life, my fitness journey, my health and fitness journey a lot more seriously. And so that's how we roll. And then of course, I had a daughter who was on my case, who kept telling me that she was not ready to buy more yards of fabric for her mother's dress for her wedding. So I'd better reduce so that she will buy the appropriate yards of fabric when she was getting married. So she used to joke about it. So all that actually spurred me. And then, of course, I had to start building a regimen that worked. So that's it.
I can testify that it really has worked. Because anyway, when you do your presentation, we'll see the transformation. And I mean, you should even start a business of fitness yourself.
With time. We'll listen to the Lord and He will lead us with time.
So thank you for letting us know a little bit about your journey. So right away, I'll allow you do your thing. So you can go ahead and make your presentation, and let's come into your world and understand what fitness for TrendyMum is all about.
Good evening, everybody. And again, thank you. Thank you all for, for all those who have logged on to this session, and for those who are watching from our other social media channels. I think we're on Facebook, Rose, if I'm not mistaken. So I just put together, because sometimes it's not, because human beings are very visual. So sometimes if you're just talking and talking and talking, you might lose people. But sometimes if they actually see something that they can connect with, you tend to be able to keep them. So I just kind of put a few things together on as a presentation, which I'll be sharing on the screen for everyone to see. And that in itself, would help. And then I will talk through a few things. So join me on this journey. Welcome to my world, and join me on this journey as I share some of the things that have worked for me, and some of the things that have worked for, other people. But one thing I want you to understand as we go into this is everybody has their own personality type, and everyone will, go according to what that personality type is. However, there are a few basics that are just there, and then there are a few misconceptions, and, those are some of the things we want to try and correct today. So get ready, have your questions ready, and I'll be able to deal. Rose, can I go ahead and share my screen? Okay.
Please go ahead.
Okay, you have to make me the host again so I can share my screen, because I think I fell off that plan. Yeah. So if you just, yeah, okay, that's fine. Just give me a second, please. Let me open that. Okay, so I'll share my screen now. Okay. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, fantastic. So we are told, okay, fantastic, thank you. So we'll be talking about fitness tips for trendy women. Like I said, I'm a Christian, so a lot of the things that we tend to do is to first of all go into the Word. And for those that are not Christians, please pardon me. But for those that are Christians, you try to understand this. So this is not about religion. I'm just trying to put things in perspective. So one of the scriptures that I had to, because when you're going on a journey, it doesn't really matter whether it's fitness, whether it's a personal purpose. When you're going on a journey, you need to have something that kind of puts you in check or kind of guides you along the way. So this scripture, Hebrews 12:11-12, was a scripture that, because when I really put my mind to it to start, I was like, I will go today, then I will not go tomorrow, then I will now go like 3 days after. So one day I was studying, I was like, God, you need to help me. I need your help. I need your wisdom. And I got into the scripture. For the moment, all discipline seems painful. I said, okay, they are talking to me. My body hurts and everything else with it. And rather than pleasant. And we know that there are always struggles in everything we do, whether it's personal life, whether it's individual goals and all that. But this scripture, really worked for me, especially when I got to the part of lift your drooping hands and strengthen your weak knees. So I gave you a story at the beginning about my weak knees, and this scripture was something that ministered to me to say, you know what, if you're going to be on the right track, then you would have to, take that pain in and, be able to go with it. So for if you're looking for how to go on this journey, maybe it would help to maybe find something that works. So it could be a quote from a book. It could be anywhere, but something, you should have some sort of mantra that guides you, some sort of mantra that will keep you going. Because every time you think about that mantra, every time you look at it, it's something that will continue to, stir that. And it's never too early, it's never too late. It's never too late. When your start is now. I really began this journey very, very consistently 2018. And I haven't exactly really, dropped the ball since then. So we're just gonna have like a fitness contest content. So why the hula baloo? Why are we making so much noise about health and fitness? Who's that girl? The beginning, how do you start? What's the beginning? A fitness plan? Seriously, I need to have a fitness plan. Some people do their fitness in diet phases. You really are what you eat. You don't have time for fitness, so you are that busy. Okay, we have some tips for you. Some sustaining tips. The word says it, you can do it. So several words, and then of course, final words for us. So what's the hula baloo about fitness? Some of us have Googled, some of us have read books, some of us have checked different things to say, what's this thing about health? What's this thing about fitness? I have a really good friend, and I had to put this there. I have a really good friend that had very bad cardiovascular disease, really bad. We still gym together till today. Really bad. He had 2 attempts to go for heart surgery. Unfortunately, they couldn't find a heart for him at that time. The first time they couldn't find a heart for him to do a heart replacement. The second time, COVID caught up with him. But all through the period of COVID, we were virtual partners because of course we couldn't, there was lockdown and all that. And we used to run. We ran every single day of the lockdown. We did not stop. Even police chased us at some point when they were chasing people on the road to catch because we violated the lockdown. But we ran every single day. We ran as much as 18 kilometers. At one time, we broke 20 kilometers. We were running every day. Today, he's as healthy and as fit as a bull. We still gym together because we are in the same gym. So fitness is an entire activity. Your entire system, your entire body is working. Your entire body is functioning. Things are happening all around you. So as you go, yes, there will be all the pains and all, but eventually your body begins to work together, begins to align. Health, of course, is every system of your body. It has to happen through a lifestyle. So you can't be saying you are fit and then you do not develop a healthy lifestyle alongside with it. Until very recently, for about 2 years or 2.5 years, I didn't eat rice. I didn't eat bread. So this year, yes, I have eaten quite a bit of rice and bread. However, it's been eaten in moderation. But for about 2.5 years, because I realized that my body couldn't break rice or bread properly. So it became an issue for me. And every time I ate rice or bread, I was bloating. I could literally feel myself swelling. It was that bad. So I had to, understand clearly what my body wanted and what it didn't want at the time. And because I was I was starting that journey and I needed to see what it was. So it wasn't so much about losing dress sizes or inches. It was about, remember I told you I had a health scare. It was about actually being fit and having my body being fit for myself. So a lot of that happened. And I've given you an example of my friend who had this cardiovascular disease. So physical activity or exercises literally improves your health. So sometimes there are health issues that you did not even know you had. But when you become very active, physically active, you start to realize that some little pains or some little issues you used to have before, you don't have them anymore. This week, for instance, my whole body hurt like crazy because I had to do some exercise and my body was in pain. And I just said to myself, you know what? I'm not taking any Panadol. I'm not taking any painkillers. And I swam for 2 days. I actually was swimming for 2 days, back to back. And all the pain just went. Why? Because swimming in itself is a full body physical activity that ensures that it resolves whatever issues you're having from the crown of your head to the sole of your feet, for want of a better way to put it, And I swam for those 2 days, back to back. And all the pain in my legs, in my hands, everywhere, my waist, everything just went because I had done that activity that stimulates various systems of the body and maintains a certain condition within the body. So if you, some people just take walks, they feel, uncomfortable. They take long walks. By the time they come back, take a shower, they are refreshed, they are better. So it's important to always understand that the physical activity, fitness, and health definitely are in sync. They work together at all times. There's always a sync with them. There's always that thing. And physical activity, like I put in the slide, it promotes strong muscles and bones. My trainers this week, they outdid themselves. So they have stopped giving me 3 sets or 4 sets. They have moved my sets to 6. And then I'm like, hey, why? What are we doing? And they say, Madam, you are too fit. Oh. You are fit. Don't just forget it. You will do it as we have given you. You are fit, And that is, my muscles and my bones have come together. My muscles and my bones have aligned. These are the same knees that I could have had a kneecap surgery on. But today I'm walking, my knees are, my muscles are strong, my bones are strong. All the fat that I carried around with me for so long have translated into muscles. I'm almost 51. My body is as firm, as I would want it to be, if I may say so myself. So it's important to understand that there is a correlation between fitness and health. You cannot just sit down and be saying, I'm healthy. And there's no exact physical activity that is happening with your body. It just has to correlate. So I'm going to go to the next one, which, so who's that girl? Wow. So this is me on the right. And so these are 2 pictures of me. Sometimes I look at the one on the right and I'm like, who is that girl really? How did I, for any reason whatsoever, allow myself to ever get, into this? So this picture was taken, I think, sometime in 2018. I think there's someone on the participants, part of the participant who is a friend of mine. I can clearly see her. She would remember because she initiated that I take this picture on the right. I was feeling like a Geo. I felt like I had arrived, and this is even with the fact that I had packaged myself, the one on the right. I was wearing, is it body magic they call it and all that, because I was going to take this picture. So I had to still look like, so that belt, it took a long time before the belt even went around my waist. And that is even with wearing body magic, or wearing sparks or whatever we call it as women, and my face and all that. So this was the point where I started to take that decision that, you know what, I'm not going to look like this anymore. Not just because I want to lose weight, but because I want to ensure that I'm fit and I'm healthy. And the picture on the left was when I turned a month or 2 before I turned 50. So I was determined that, one, when I was going to do my 50th photo shoot, I was definitely not going to look like the woman on your right. That was not even in question. I was not going to look like the woman on your right. I was going to be determined to look different, feel different, ensure that I was different. And that is what you see. And even the woman on your left has even lost a lot more, actually, and is even a lot more firmer today than this picture. So who's that girl? That is that girl. That girl is me today. Very happy with and still evolving into where I want to go. So, okay. In the beginning, wow, this is the part people don't like. In the beginning, to be or not to be. So I'm just going to run through this very quickly. To be or not to be. To be or not to be, it is important to know that you cannot run somebody else's fitness lifestyle. You have to run your own purpose. You have to deliver your own. It has to be your own. If you can't identify what your own is, then it's difficult. And then you cannot just run out of the door saying, I bought new gym wear, so I want to go and test it. You cannot be testing your gym wear. You have to go out that door with a purpose. You have to say to yourself, you have to ask yourself, what is my goal? What is my purpose? Is it to be healthier? Is it to be a more fit person? What is that goal? What is that purpose? Trust me, I ask myself those questions. I said to myself, so do I want to lose 2 or 3 dress sizes, or do I want to make this a lifestyle? Do I want to continue to do this? Do I want to ensure that no matter what happens, this is what I want to be for the rest of my life? Your reasons must be specific. Your reasons must be like you are trying to do and get to an event, like you want to run a race. So when you want to run a race, do you want to win that race? So your purpose must be specific, and you must always, some of us are tending to being grandmothers. So part of my purpose was, I want to be there for my grandchildren. I want to be able to run and play with my grandchildren in the park or anywhere. I don't want to be holding my waist and holding walking stick and be saying, come back here, don't run, don't run. No, that's not the plan. The plan is they run, I run after them. So you have to walk into that. So to be or not to be is a decision you have to take. Then you have to get a plan. You really have to get a plan. The purpose of a plan is to keep you accountable. There must be an accountability. So when I started, for instance, the plan was, okay, I'll do the gym 2 days or 3 days a week, including. Then it changed. Then when I started, I'm like, I can't do this, not sustainable, because every time I try to switch the days, I would do a Monday, then a Wednesday, then a Thursday. It wasn't working. So my plan now switched and changed, and I actually gym 5 to 6 days a week, consistently back to back. So you must have a plan and make sure that you follow through on that plan. That's why your plan must be one of accountability. You must not overdo these things and don't burn out. So sometimes, even with the fact that I have that plan, sometimes if it gets to the part where it feels like I'm going to burn out, I pick a rest day. So I pick a rest day in that week. But normally my rest days are weekends. But even in the course of the plan, I keep the plan flexible in such a way that if for any reason I feel that my body requires that rest, I immediately key in a rest day. And I say, you know what, today, rest day. So some people who follow me on some of my social media handles will see when I say today is rest day. I sleep under the duvet. Today, I not go anywhere. I'm under the duvet. So you can also get a trainer. Can get a personal trainer to help you to make sure that you measure to your success and record your success. I have a book that records my success. So if I want to be happy about my progress, I actually go to my book. So I actually have a book that records my success. So I have a book that records what training sessions that I had in that day. I have a book that records my tracking, so I track what my progress is. Even with the fact that today, most of the trainers just are like, Madam, train yourself. I beg, you can train yourself. You don't come to the gym and be telling us to train you. What are we going to tell you? Train yourself. I still track it because it's important to be accountable. Then shake it up. Switch your exercises, do things. Some people go and they're on the treadmill. That's the only thing they go and do. They will be on the treadmill from morning, they go till they get off the treadmill. And then for them, they've exercised. No, your body activity hasn't exactly done that much. Your legs, yes, maybe your lower body. But in terms of your entire body system, not everything activity has happened there. So there's a need for you to switch it up because you need your body mechanics a lot more balanced. Your body mechanics needs to be balanced. So when you finish on the treadmill, you can go do some sit-ups. So switch it up, shake it up, mix your program. So today you do treadmill and if one or two other, then tomorrow you do the elliptical, switch it up because it can be very boring. That's why you have people go to the gym today, they don't come tomorrow. They go to the gym tomorrow, they don't bother for the rest of the week. Because in their mind, their mindset has only kept them in one particular physical activity. So if you switch it up, then it falls. I play squash. I play a lot of squash. I play a lot of table tennis. I box. I do a lot of boxing. So I switch off so I look forward to, exercising every day. Then make that one workout your extra. So if you have a particular workout that you enjoy, amongst others, make that your extra. Do a lot more of that one than your extra. I love to play squash. I'm so competitive even when I'm playing the game. So when I do a meal, that thing, I will go back and play that squash, even if I was not scheduled to play squash for the day. All I need to see is one human being walk into that court and he has a racket. bam, I must play. Even when because I have my play days. But if I play squash 3 times a week. But if you walk in on the other 2 days, I don't play. And I see you carrying a racket, I will play squash that day. So do that extra that, you enjoy doing. Then get out of your diet comfort zone. What things work for you? What are those things that work for you? Find a diet that works for you. Find a diet that you are accountable for. Find something. I never believed in all. I'm sorry for those who are, so I will apologize ahead of time. I'm sorry for all those who are into all those keto stuff and all. I know that I cannot do it. So I don't even try. I cannot do all those hallelujah diets. I don't know how to do it. So I find what works for you. It is not one size fits all. You have to know what works for you. So if you are in that diet comfort zone, so today you do keto for 2 days, then you will now go and then sit down and eat the other things you were not supposed to eat. Then you say, 1 day off keto diet. Then you go back to that. That your 1 day off. Excuse me, you have carried back everything, plus even the ones, you know what the Bible says, that when the spirit goes out and the place is still empty, you will go and bring back very plenty more legions. That's how it is. The fat will come back in. You will be telling yourself, but I wasn't even this fat the last time before I stopped the keto. How come? And that's what happens. There are no secrets. You do better with accountability. You do a lot better with accountability. Let there be no secrets. Have, virtual tools, fitness trackers, online groups, virtual groups, WhatsApp groups, partners, gym friends, meetups. No secrets. Don't be ashamed of your journey. Don't be ashamed of your progress. Find people. Anybody who knows me knows that I have gym buddies. Those guys are instrumental to ensuring that I have remained consistent till today. Then, of course, look the part. Hey, some people just want to go to the gym, but they don't even look the part. Or they want to exercise, but they don't look the part. You want to run, you want to work, you're wearing the wrong walk or run shoes. You want to work, you want to run, you are wearing fashion gym wear, as the case may be. And you expect to be comfortable when all the sweat will be coming from your village, from the north, the south, the east, and the west. No, look the part. There are quite a number of, don't wear things that are too tight that will make you uncomfortable. Wear things that make you comfortable, wear the right shoes, and then spice up your wardrobe. Have a lot of colors. I am a very colorful, my gym wear is pretty colorful. For those who know me, I wear very colorful gym wear because what people don't understand is that those things spice you up. They actually spice you up. So it spices me up. I always arrange myself for the gym the day before. I don't wake up with any excuses. So I put, is it purple we are doing today? So I have canvas that has purple streaks and all that. I spice myself up because I know that at the end of the day, I'm going to take a nice picture of myself. So girl ain't gonna look, she's gonna look out of this world snazzy when she takes that, after the wahala and workout stuff, so, and then of course make a goal and get into the groove. Enjoy it. You've got to enjoy it. You have to enjoy it. You cannot walk into the gym with a sulk on your face or walk to do your exercises and you're sulking like they beat you. What's wrong with you? Nothing, I'm just tired. No, now you have already get into the groove. The minute you've won your gym wear, get into the groove from that point. Let your mindset change, everything about you change. All you want to know is that, you know what, I'm going to have fun today exercising wherever, whether it's at the gym, whether it's at home, whether it's a personal trainer, whatever, Then of course, you have to do these things. You have to have these plans. You have to have these plans. People go out there without plans. The same way you plan to get a home, the same way you plan to buy a car, the same way you plan to do individual things, get a plan, get a virtual support system for added motivation. I've already talked a lot about that. Mix your workouts, don't be afraid, include lower intensity classes to balance things up. It's not every time you are doing, so that people in the gym will know that you are working out. No, no, there are days when I just use my body. Only my body for workout. I do not lift any weights. I do not do anything. So I only use my body, to exercise. There are days when that just happens. It's just my body, my body weight, as we call it in the exercise world. I just use my body weight, so I do not have to lift anything. So lower intensity classes balances things out. Focus on something other than your weight or clothing size. Some people come to the gym and the first thing they do is they go and stand on the scale. How about now? How about stop hurting yourself? You're hurting yourself. I say, hey, or some people come, like the gym I use, so because I go to the gym and from there I would dress up and go to work. So people will come there and they would have brought like 5 different dresses because they don't know which one will fit. I carry only one dress to the gym because I'm focusing on other things other than that. I'm focusing on having fun. I'm focusing on networking and meeting new people, and I have met fantastic people at the gym. I'm focusing on new things, So I don't go there saying, have I this 2 hours of exercise I did I lose 700 calories? I used to really go before with I would go before with, I used to have one other tracker like that. That was when I just started. I don't carry that with me anymore. I don't do that anymore because it is so it's such a distraction. You would not have fun because you are permanently checking how many calories did I drop from the 20 minutes walk. Focus on other things than your weight and your clothing size. Make working out a morning ritual. I know that some people love to go to the gyms in the evening. I don't have any issues with that, but I prefer a morning ritual. Why? And I'll tell you why. In the morning, because there's one quote that we have in the fitness world: wake up and exercise before your brain figures out what you are doing. Wake up early and exercise before your brain figures out what you're doing. By the time your brain wakes up and realizes that this person is about to go and exercise, go on a walk, go on a run and everything, your brain begins to tell you the reasons why you should not do it. So in the mornings, I'm out of my house and I head to the gym and I exercise. So by the time I'm done with my almost 2 hours, then the brain starts to tell you, you should not have exercised today. Now see, your body is tired. See, your brain has woken up and is beginning to speak to you. You don't need that in your life. So I make it a morning ritual. Why? Because in the evening, if I go to work, coming back, I may have the gym bag in the car, but I will make all the excuses in this world not to go. I've tried it. So I'm telling you about something I've tried. This traffic is too much. I cannot handle it. I am not an evening person. All sorts of excuses will come up for you. I'm not an evening person. I don't feel like, no, it's not like that. How many people will be there? Oh, the gym will be too busy. There will be no parking space. There's always that thing. But for me, the morning exercises keeps me so alert. So there are times I go to work and I'm so busy at work and I'm just alert, extremely alert for the rest of the day because my whole body, my metabolism is high, my brain is functioning, there are no anxiety, there are no mood swings, I'm just alert, So for me, I would say make working out a morning ritual. Even if it is 10, 15 minutes in your bedroom, just make it a morning ritual before your brain starts to tell you things I shouldn't tell you. Create a calendar to keep you on track. I've talked about this earlier. Come up with game plan for your workout. Switch it before you step foot. Before you get into the gym or just ensure you have a plan. I know what I do on Mondays. I know what I do on Tuesdays. I know what I do on Wednesdays. I know what I do on Thursdays. I know what I do on Fridays. What usually happens is I can decide to switch it the following week. I can decide to make it a whole month plan. So it just depends on how what works for me. It can be a whole month. So if I do a Monday to Friday, it can be a whole month plan. I recently started joining a friend of mine for fitness dance class on Saturdays. So I joined her and a couple of other buddies of mine, great sisters of mine, friends of mine, and we do dance classes on Saturdays. So what works for you? And it's in the morning, it's not in the night. Everything is in the morning for me. If it doesn't happen in the morning, it doesn't work for me. Find a place to train that makes you feel comfortable. You must be in a place that you're comfortable. So if you're comfortable with having a trainer come to your house, then do that. If you're comfortable with going to a gym, I prefer to go to a gym. Why? Because I meet other people who motivate me to keep going on and on and on and on. So I'll just go to the next slide. Sorry, I don't know why my slide is not moving. Okay. Sorry, I think there's one. Yeah, okay, this is the next one. So if you have goals, whatever it is, recognize that everybody's not created the same. I had a friend who brought a book for me and said, and the book was weight loss for your blood type or something funny like that. Oh, I did read the book. I did see some things that made some sense to me, but in the overall, the book did not really gel with me like that, because at the end of the day, it had to be about what worked for me. It wasn't about what somebody had written that, you know, was going to work for me. So whatever it is you want to do, you want to change your body, you want to lose fat. For me, somebody was asking me the other day that, have I seen that I suddenly now have lines on my hands, which shows that I've been building. I've been building a lot. I've been doing quite a lot of endurance training. I've been doing something we call the insanity training. It's badass training. I promise myself I will never record that training, because somebody sees me doing that, they would think I'm progressing. Fitness goals was to turn my fat into muscle, seriously into muscle, and that's something I've been doing so much these days. So find out what it is that works for you, and then no matter how great a tip sounds, somebody will tell you, you know, if you do, a lot of us do that. If you do this, you will lose 10 kg. If you do this, I promise you will lose 5 kg. If you do this, it does not necessarily mean that it is okay for you, because you have a body type. I know my body type. You have a body type. What works for one person does not necessarily have to work for you, which is why it's always best to have trainers. A trainer will take certain what's it called, overview of you, so to speak, and be able to say, you know what, these are strategic areas where you have to lose. These are strategic areas where you have to be firm. You have to firm up yourself and do things like that, you know. So what works for you. So I've seen people come to say, if you drink one thing and then you go and work out, the fat that you are supposed to burn for the day will be 4 times more. I'm not drinking anything. I don't want to go to the gym. I just go and work out, and you know. So find what works for you. Make it healthy. Make it sustainable. Make it flexible. Whatever it is, you can decide that it's just weight you want to lose. You just want to lose weight. But at the end of the day, be happy with what your choices are. If you're not happy with what your choices are, sometimes when my trainer is telling me do something, I'll tell him, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do that. I will not do that. And I will ask a lot of questions. When you're training at the gym, or you have a trainer training you, when he gives you a workout program, ask him what that workout program is expected to target. If you cannot see it as it works for you, you don't have to do it. So it has to be something that works for you. So, because at the end of the day, can you all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. We lost
it. Yes, I think, so as I was saying, so it has to be something that works for you. At the end of the day, is it about your self-care? You know, is it about your esteem? I have a friend, a really good friend, that just was not happy about her body. She wasn't happy about her body at all. And she complained from morning till night. And every time she came to the gym, she complained. And I said to her one day that, excuse me, can you just focus? Can we focus you here? What is it about your body you don't like? And she talked a lot about it. And at the end of the day, I said, okay, fine. This kind of things we're talking about today was some of the things I went. So I said, you and I will become gym buddies. However, you will have to align with some of the things that I'm telling you to align with. I get to the gym at 5:45, 5:50 in the morning, because the gym opens by 6. So I'm usually the first person to walk into the gym. I am that consistent. I am that serious about what I'm doing. So I said, if you can't do it, then, you know, I can't help you do this journey. Today, she is, my God, she is so beautiful. I mean, we started this journey in, I think, December 2019. So we kept going even during COVID and all. So even when I was running with this other buddy of mine, we would ensure that she was also in line with it. And then at the end of the day, we would compare what it is that we're doing. Today, she is awesome looking and she is so confident about herself. So that's exactly what weight loss can also do for you, give you some sort of confidence, about yourself as well, and eliminate any kind of low self-esteem that you think you have. So a lot of people prefer their fitness journey to be on the diet program. I've tried to do both at the same time. For me, it wasn't sustainable. So I like to tell myself the truth, but some people can do this diet thing, but at the end of the day, I always say at the end of the day, your body must move. If your body doesn't move, I really don't see what you've done. So I would say if you're doing a diet program, you must eat breakfast. It's important. You must eat breakfast. You must keep your metabolism high. Because you are not exercising and you are only just doing one diet, your metabolism can never be high. So you must do something that stabilizes that energy level, that keeps you on the top at all times. So if you're doing that, you must eat breakfast. So all those, they say we should not eat, we should eat one apple, one banana. I can't deal. So if you're going to, then you must eat a healthy breakfast. Healthy is the word. And if you're somebody that likes milk, switch from whole milk to skim milk. Because whole milk will continue to add the fat and you say you're on diet, but just switch to skim milk and then drink water. You must drink a lot of water. Water helps to eliminate toxins, keeps your skin hydrated. I'm a water freak. I drink water like mental. I will carry water to the gym. I'll still be buying water again. At the end of the day, by the time I'm done, I finish drinking the 3 liters of water. But it helps to eliminate a lot of waste from your system and keeps you going. Then eliminate all these juices. I see people who are on diets and then they are saying, I'm not eating rice. I'm not eating this. I'm trying to drink this juice so that it can help my body. Lie. From the pit of hell. Forgive me, Rose. I didn't mean to say that. But, these drinks, they are carbonated, they have gas, they have all those things. You can't say you're on a diet and you're still drinking those things. And then portion meals help. Putting your meals in portion helps a lot. I have a lovely young friend. We used to work together. She does not like exercising, but she is a fanatic about portion meals. And she loves so much weight. She would, portion her meals. Not this, I'm even saying four because that's the ideal. But she can portion her meals into 6, and spread it like that. And she was just losing beautiful weight, And then when you wake up in the morning, first of all, drink water. And then if you're hungry, drink water again. That will help to balance and ensure that even inside the diet, because in dieting, you have to have portions, but people will say, I'm dieting, so the food does not have fat, it does not have this, it does not have that. Then they will load 2 bowls and they will say they are dieting. I've never seen that kind of thing before. So when you drink this water, it will help you, to stop the chances of overeating. Usually at 3 p.m., even when you're not dieting, check it. I'd like everyone to start to pay attention to this. Usually by 3 p.m., your energy levels go down. I've tried and tested this, trust me. Your energy levels go down, and that's the time when you want to eat everything. Groundnut will pass, you will buy. Guava will pass, you will buy. This will pass, you will buy. Because my people will say, "Ta man santa, eat the groundnut well." You will buy all those things, and you just be eating and eating and eating. About that time, if you have like a low-fat yogurt or a Greek yogurt or some vegetables or something, that's or some almonds, or walnut, that's my friend eats one time, say, I'm snacking. I say, full meal. You say you're snacking. My apologies. I don't know what the internet keeps throwing me out, but we'll soon be done with this, so that we can ask questions. So Again, follow a routine that works for you. Exercise routine, make it enjoyable. Include a combination of weight training. Please include some weight training. Lift some weight. Very key. If you're losing weight and you are the kind of person that has what we call the water fat, your body begins to sag. Your body actually begins to sag. So as you're losing weight, you begin to see excess fat dropping around your sides, your tummy, your thighs, and all that. So we call that kind of fat water fat. So when you're lifting weights and doing quite a few cardiovascular exercises, you tend to turn that fat into muscle. So your body begins to firm up. You know, I used to have real dropping hands. If I raise my hands for you, I think we call it Reverend Mother hands, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what we used to call it. So I used to have it, it would be dropping all this way, you know. But when I began to lift weight, my body just began to firm and began to firm. And I mean, that's it today. You know, I'm very proud of my hands. Anybody who knows me, I hated my hands, but I'm really proud of my hands today. And then you don't want to be too hard or too fast. So don't be too easy on yourself. And don't be too hard on yourself when you're doing this. And like I said, you cannot be doing this diet and not exercise. And then, of course, if you're the kind of person that, you know, because I put this here for a reason, because somebody will go and quote Apostle Paul for me and say that he said you can drink small wine. Please, let your moderate the small wine, whether it's red, white, blue, or green, moderate it. Moderate the small wine, you know, moderate it, I know. And drink it more on weekends than, you know, you drink it during the times when you go to exercise. If you are the kind of person that would drink alcohol during the week, then it's advisable that you play a really hard sport the very next day. No time to exercise. So I know some people, they don't have time. They don't have time. We cannot. We are running through the door. We are not having time. Then eat a healthy breakfast. It's important. Especially if you do a very tasking job, eat a healthy breakfast. It will help you to go through the day. And if you have a tracker, wear a tracker so you can count your steps. That can help as you're exercising. And try and avoid a lot of junk food. I tend to eat junk food once in a while, trust me. So I can eat a cupcake. I do, but because I know where I'm going the following day. But it's not a habit. I don't have to. Do you understand? Well, because you know, and some of those things must have some healthy things in it, maybe almonds or nuts or something, you know. Follow a structured exercise pattern. Some people that I know only like to walk. They don't run, they don't do treadmill, they just take walks. And it works for them. It's an exercise pattern that they have found that works for them. You know, so what works for you, follow that structured pattern. Then keep your body hydrated. Drink a lot of water, very key. Drink a lot of water. Because I did not put water there, because I said keep your body hydrated. A friend of mine, when I was talking to her, I said keep your body hydrated. She said, fluid is fluid. No, fluid is not fluid, please. Fluid we are referring to here is water. Let's be specific. Then try as much as possible to cut out a lot of carbohydrates, you know, from whatever it is that you eat. So the word says it, do it. So some people say they've never seen anything that is relatively related to fitness and health in the Bible. There is plenty. My sisters and possibly brothers who may have joined, there are plenty scriptures that, you know, relate to this for me. And some of that is what I've put here. Yes, you can decide. What I see inside these scriptures is fitness and health. You can interpret it when you call. These same scriptures can work in other things, but in this particular case, we are using it for fitness and health. So we have 1 Corinthians 9. I do not run aimlessly. I do not fight as if I was shadow boxing. No, I drive my body and train it for fear that after having preached to others, I myself should be disqualified. Imagine after preaching to you today, then tomorrow you see me looking like, I don't know, like that picture that I showed you at the beginning, then I myself am disqualified, you know. Then of course, all these other scriptures. But it's important, again, and I put it at the end, include strength training, endurance training as part of your fitness program. you'll be able to move. My friends always say they don't know who I am. They don't understand the kind of person I am. I can do 1 million things at the same time and still be standing, honestly, because I have embedded, those things have helped me over time to gain so much endurance that, sometimes I worry for myself. Really, I really worry for myself. I have a friend of mine, I think we went somewhere or something, then we came back pretty late, and then I went, and then the next morning, I was up and I went to the gym. I was on admission sometime. The following morning, I went to the gym. There's a doctor who is a pastor in my church, and he couldn't believe I was in the gym the next day. He actually called me when I posted the picture and said, "Did you actually go to the gym?" I said, "See, I'm at this point where my head is wired. I cannot function. If I don't go, I'll be ill." So other things will become a lot easier for you. So please prioritize health and fitness, eat healthy, perform yoga. Some people do yoga, some people do pranayam. Pranayam, you can go to YouTube to see what it is. It's a breathing exercise that is fantastic. It helps a lot. Some people do meditation. I know a lot of people who take long walks that go for works as much as 10, 12, 13 kilometers doing meditation. They're exercising. Exercise regularly, drink water, pamper yourself. I was still telling a friend of mine today that we need a spa day. Pamper yourself. Do things to spoil yourself. Don't. It's part of prioritizing health, your health, and ensuring that you are up tip in your fitness levels. Pursue hobbies that distress you. Do things that distress you. Some people like to go shopping. Some other people is stressed, but some people they are distressing from maybe a whole week or something. Then try and get enough sleep, try and get enough sleep. It helps. And then have your spare me time. You need to have a spare me time. There should be a time when it's you, yourself, and you. You should have that spare me time. So we call those rest days as well. Have those spare me times. Very, very, very key. So these are my last words as I try and close out on this. I said, try these exercises on your own. Lunges are fantastic. I used to hate lunges. I hated lunges. Jesus, I hated lunges. Anytime it was time for lunges, that's when I would tell my children that, please, I want to quickly go and ease myself. And that's it for the rest of the day. I'm gone. I'll take off. But lunges it challenges your balance. Once you can do lunges and you're holding weights, man, that's it. It's almost like saying if you can do plank as well, if you can do planks, for those who know what planks are, I do a lot of push-ups. I did not like push-ups before, but now I can run 20, 30, 40 push-ups straight like that, and with a lot of speed. Then squats are fantastic because squats are helping your back, they're helping your core, and then they are helping your waist, and they are giving you a nice bump as well. So some of these nice people that you see with nice, well sculpted bum. Not everybody did a body work. It's a lot of squats, standing overhead dumbbell presses, single leg deadlifts. Deadlifts are fantastic. They make you be able to work with a lot of poise at the end of the day. Burpees are awesome. I did not like burpees, just like lunges. I never liked burpees, but now burpees are things that I can do, closing my eyes, and then of course a lot of side planks. So some of those exercises are what are in the caricature stuff that I put there. So this is the me now. This is me now. I'm very happy with my journey. The dress in purple, I hadn't worn it in 2.5 years, and I fit into it. In all this, I am not wearing any tummy, anything. There is no tummy, nothing, no, what do you call it? I'm not squeezing into anything. There's no packaging. What you see is what you get. And I always have a smile on my face because I'm very happy with where my fitness. And like I said, always just spice up your wardrobe. Always look peng when you're going to do your workouts, especially if you're in your house, so still look peng, because that will encourage you to want to do a lot more of your workout and all that. So Thank you. Be your own inspiration. And let's see this fitness journey explode in the lives of everyone who is listening and those who are listening maybe on Facebook and all that, just do these things and just become a different person. It builds so much self-confidence, so much self, you're just a different person and you're also very happy with yourself, like I am happy with myself. So thank you so much for listening. And I guess this is the point where I can take questions, if any. Thank you, Rose.
Wow, that's all I can say. At this point, do I have any questions? You've probably dealt with everything. In fact, we are overdosed. Thank you so much, Mrs. Ezekiel. Amazing journey. I can stay at that picture of 50 and I think I'm 48 all night. It's such an inspiration. And then the pictures of today, you look completely amazing. Truly. That's gold, you have achieved it. You're now living the fitness life. Congratulations.
I try. Thank you very much. Thank you, Rose.
I'll ask a few questions that came in. So what is the relationship between exercise and mental health?
Wow, nice question. Exercise and mental health, beautiful question. Regular exercise is not just exercise for one day or exercise for 2 days in a week or exercise for 3 days in a month. Regular exercise has a profound impact on your mental health because a lot of people go through so much. I know a lot of people that have come out of things like depression, anxiety, ADHD. I know quite enough people that have come out of those things just because they began to make exercise, a regular, consistent habit, a lifestyle. So for anybody who knows me, my mantras are too legit to quit, lifestyle goals, gymaholic, gym addict, we move. So they have all those kind of things that drives them. So regular exercise and mental health, it relieves stress, it changes your mood, it reduces low self-esteem. All those things are mental health issues. If you have low self-esteem and all that, you are tending to all those mental health issues. But if you're doing regular exercises, your body is active. You're seeing changes happening to you in your physical body, in your mental body, in your spiritual body as well, in your spiritual life as well. Everything, you tend to be a better person. So that correlation cannot, you can't separate regular exercising and your mental health. You can't.
Good. Thank you for answering that so aptly. So another question is, someone said, I've followed your fitness journey in the last 3 years, and boy, I must say that you have been so consistent. What is the motivation that keeps you too legit to quit? And if I may ask, it takes a lot of strength of mind to hit the gym by 5:45. That is the peak of morning sleep.
I know. I know. I feel you. Oh my God. I feel you. It is a peak of morning sleep, but I'm so used to it now. It doesn't really mean anything to me. My body actually truly wakes up when it has to wake up, at the time it has to wake up. And because I've also developed a habit of getting myself prepared the day before. So anybody who knows me knows I prepare myself the day before. A friend of mine makes fun of me. She says, I can take like an hour to get myself ready for the following day. And yes, I do take up to that time, but I get myself fit and ready. So my bag is packed, everything is packed. So I don't run back to the house and say, oh, I forgot something. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't happen. So I get myself set for the day. So I hit the gym, even the security at the gym. If they don't see anybody in the gym, they know they will see me. Oh my God.
Wow. Oh, wow. You mentioned virtual buddies, you mentioned fitness buddies, you mentioned have a support system. You met, I've learned a lot. I'll ask another question. We all desire to make lifestyle changes, especially as we advance in age. Often we fail before we arrived at our goal. What advice would you offer the lot that never gets to the promised land, called fit and healthy?
Everybody can get to the promised land, Rose. Everybody can get to the promised land. You first have to find your groove. And I think I put it somewhere in one of the slides in my presentation. Find your groove. Find ways to make it work for you personally. You can't do things based on what somebody else is doing. You can't compare yourself. We are all different people. We have different stamina levels. We have different metabolism systems. So first of all, find your jam. Find your groove. I had to find my own groove. What works for me is 5 days a week. It may be 3 for some other person. It may be 2 for some other person. But for me, it's 5 days of consistent back-to-back working out. And like I said, except for any reason I think I can't handle, then I call it a rest day. But trust me, I must make up for it. I will, but that week must not end. I will make up for it, one way or the other. Then give it time. Give it time. Don't start and then expect that the person who has been doing it for the last 2 or 3 years, you now want to measure up with it. No, give it time. Begin to build it in gradually. So if you start and you go to the elliptical, you do 5 minutes on the elliptical, you do 5 minutes on the bicycle, you do 5 minutes on the treadmill. Don't join the person who you are saying that is running 30 minutes on what is worse is that he's even elevating the treadmill. You said you go and elevate, you will land on the floor. So build it in. When you get to a point where you think it's too much, break it up. Find your balance, break it up, take a chill pill, but you must keep going. That's why one of my hashtags is we move. No matter what happens, we move. We just keep moving. Have a downtime, but get up again and continue. We move. We just keep moving. We move. I can walk from, God knows, on Wednesday, I had to go around with for about 5 hours. I was walking for like 5 hours in the sun, and that's where all that pain and everything came, and my whole legs were hurting. I did not tell myself that I won't go to the gym. I went the following day, but instead of doing the extra work, I went to swim. So I did a bit of it. Then I went to swim. So I swam for about an hour. So I was doing a lot of backstroke, breaststroke. I was doing a lot of butterfly because my hands were hurting. So I did a lot of butterfly steps because I was trying to ensure that I was kicking my legs and moving my hands because that's where it hurt the most. And by the second day, I had no pain anymore. So just keep going. You don't have to let anybody force you to find your jam and move with it.
We move. I like that.
Yes, we move. We move.
Find your groove. I agree. There's no room to compete. Just like in life and in other things, in this journey, you face your own and allow the other person to run their race. We have another question from IG. She says, will you say 80 to 20% food, exercise? I think she means, would you say 80% food and 20% exercise, or 100% exercise?
No, there's a balance. Create a balance. And I think I talked about that in one of my slides. Create a balance. There has to be a balance. There is no 20% food, 80% exercise, 20% exercise. Let there be a balance, because at the end of the day, it works together. So you can do 80% in the gym and come to the house and come and finish fufu with afang. And it's that kind of afang that has stockfish head that they put inside with ikpaunam, and there's some this thing. Then you will now come and pour half the container of palm oil. You have killed the 80% exercise that you just did. So let there be a balance. So when you finish and you come back, allow your body rest a bit first. I do that a lot. So when I'm done with the gym, drank water, when I get to the office, I would let my body relax and find its level first. I don't immediately just tell myself that I'm hungry, find me food. No, I allow my body to. So most of the time, I don't even get to eat my first meal until maybe about 11 or 12 or thereabouts. And it's maybe a fruit or a salad at that point. So let your body find it, because your whole system is still reacting to the activities you've just done. So allow the body to find its rest. When the body finds its rest, some people leave the gym, Jesus, and the next thing they stop is sandwich. They will buy sandwich here, they will buy parfait, they will buy this. Then they will tell you that that's breakfast to breakfast. Everything you just did is all gone, especially if you're on a weight loss journey. Everything is gone.
Thank you. Just for the knowledge of it. So when you say a healthy breakfast, what's your typical healthy breakfast like?
You can have a sandwich, but the sandwich should not be laden with cheese and all those things. It can have vegetables. It can have nuts in it, almonds, or stuff. It can have, I like my sandwich to have a lot of tomatoes. So you can have lettuce, do you understand? Have a lot more vegetables. One sandwich that people like to eat a lot, and I do like it, but I eat it sparingly, is done in one of the, what's the name of this place? I'll remember before I'm done. So have a sandwich. You can do it at home. You can get there are quite a number of healthy places around. You can have a salad. There are healthy salads, rich, beautiful, healthy salads, that when you finish, you will know that you ate a whole meal, and you will not be greedy enough to be looking for anything addition to eat with it. You understand? So it just depends. What works for me may not be what works for you. Some people have extraordinary metabolism that breaks all these things down so fast. Does not necessarily mean it is healthy. Doesn't necessarily mean it is healthy. It can break it down, but if you are not maintaining that constant bodily activity, you will find out that it will just come back to you in another way, really. A lot of people are moving around, they say they are slim, does not mean that they are healthy. I say that all the time. I say it all the time. I can run a race with so many people, and I mean, they may be slim, but doesn't mean that they are healthy. No, at all. I disagree.
I couldn't help but laugh. Yes, so a lot of we slim people, we had under the fact we are slim, so we don't need exercise and all that.
No.
Right. We should have it as a routine. Thank you so much for honoring us. We've learned so much. Before we wrap up, I know you're very busy. I know you've mentioned how your busy people can get around fitness, living a fit life and having a routine. But just as the last thing you say, what advice would you give to a busy, trendy mom, the boss lady like you, the mompreneur, the people that have 30 things they do and still don't know how to fit in and keep consistently a healthy and fit lifestyle? What's the one thing you would give them to go with in this session?
Okay, I'll answer that, but before I do, Victoria is asking how my knee is feeling now. My knee is fantastic, Victoria. One of the things that I've learned to ensure that I do is that I wear knee braces when I'm exercising now. So because I do a lot of squats, I do a lot of push-ups, I do a lot of bobbies and all that, those things require me to jump and move my knees. I do a lot of stuff with my knees. So I wear knee braces, and because of that, the knee braces gives me a lot of support. So if anybody knows me, you will not catch me without my knee brace. If I do go to the gym without my knee brace, I will immediately switch my exercise routine for the day immediately. That ensures that nothing tampers with my lower body at all. So I would immediately switch that and do something else, because I have forgotten my knee, which is why I pack the day before. So the day before, and which is why I do not go to the gym to dress up for the gym. I dress up from home to the gym. So I am gym ready every day I walk out, of the house. So my knee is fantastic. I'm not using any stick. I'm running. I'm enjoying everything, and I'm grateful to God first. And then, of course, I'm also grateful to all the trainers that had to work with me through this period to ensure You know. Oh, Victoria, I say again that, oh, you left the gym because you feel embarrassed when everyone is doing squats and you can't. You see, that's what I'm saying, Victoria. Don't do that. Do not leave based on what others are doing that is not working for you. Just so you know, Victoria, there are other ways of still doing squats and still achieving a squat position without necessarily having to bend so much for you to have the excruciating pain in your knee. And you cannot say that because you left because they'll be doing squats. Victoria, find something else, switch, switch that and, find something else that works that does not have to. And then again, please take bone supplements. Take quite a lot of these bone supplements. Again, it works. I'm almost 51, so don't get it twisted. I take supplements, so take a lot of all these supplements as well, because they help, especially the ones that help you for calcium. The ones that help, because what also happens is that the calcium in your bones is wearing out. So you need that extra support from the supplements, to help you to do that. So please, yes, bone supplements, please. We have quite a number. They are a bit pricey, but they work. They're a bit pricey, but they work. Now to your question, okay, there are different brands. If you go to Health Plus, I don't have everything in my head now, but if you go to Health Plus, if you go to Med Plus, you just tell them to show you the section where you have the supplements for muscle and bone. They will show you, so you will see the different brands. They store very good brands, so that would help you. Med Plus or Health Plus, either one would help you. So to your question, Rose, what would I tell them? I already told them. There is nothing like the boss lady and you will escape not doing what you're supposed to do. Because the truth is, Rose, at some point in your life, you will wish you did it.
Absolutely.
At some point in your life, you will really wish you did it. At some point in your life, you will really wish you took that decision to start taking care of your physical being. Do you understand? Because we are going to age, but we will make all the confessions, no problem. But if you are not doing anything deliberately and intentionally, excuse me, you will still get there. We will make all the confessions, I say, and I make those confessions. I do all those things, but does not mean I have taken that out. So you don't have to gym for 20 minutes or work out in your house for 2 hours or work out. If you put in 30 minutes a day, it will count. Your body will recognize that you are putting in that work, and your body will have no choice but to align. What we fail to understand is that we are in control of our body. Your body doesn't control you. You control your body. You own the body. So you tell the body what to do. So no matter how tired I am when I come back the day before, I mentally tell my body, you are joking. Because body, you are hitting the gym the following day. And the following day, I am up and I'm out. So it really doesn't matter how long if you do not mentally tell you, oh, I'm so busy, you must find time. You are either doing it in the morning or you are doing it in the evening. But that pattern you must put in place. You must put that structure. So I'm not going to tell the very busy mom or the boss lady that, well, you see, these things happen. No, they don't happen. You will deliberately take that part of your destiny into your own hands and you will make it work. So that's that's my advice. You will just have to make it work.
Thank you.
For yourself.
Yes, for yourself. I like the fact that you said intentional, and I can attest to some of the things you've said. I have a fitness buddy, of course, which is my one and only husband, and we encourage ourselves to do 3 times a week. And when you talked about walk, I take very long walks, but I'm scared of running. Till I think 3 weeks back, I had some very bad backache. Bad sitting position from working from home. And he kept telling me, just run. You can walk. You've told your mind that you will not run. And I started, baby steps. And with God's help, that terrible backache disappeared. So there is really power in maintaining a fitness routine. And like you said, have a goal. It's not just about the weight on the scale. It's not in competition with some other person. It's not the dress size. You have your goal. My goal is to look young, like the Calabar women, look young and trendy. I don't want to grow old, or rather age gracefully, however to put it. It's been a fantastic session and you've been absolutely delightful. I am.
Thank you.
Yes, I might not do 5:45 a.m.
No, you don't have to do 5:45 a.m. No, find what works for you. Find what works for you.
So, from all of us from TrendyMum Talks, the whole TrendyMum community, please just show our appreciation to Mrs. Ezekiel by.
Thank you all so much. Thank you.
Thank you. It's been
thank you. It was awesome sharing my journey with you. Thank you.
Thanks so much. So, we are on Facebook at TrendyMum. Okay, thank you. Everybody's telling you thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
At TrendyMum. We have our website that we have articles that you can relate with. It's written by not just me, but other women sharing their real life experiences. And we also have a copy of a book. It's called Memos of a Trendy Mom, and the profits from sales of this book goes to training children that are out of school. So we have a lot of people that cannot afford basic education. So what TrendyMum community wants to do is to sell our books. Yes, you rightly say, Memos of a Trendy Mom too is coming out soon. We'll sell our books and channel the money to helping these so many people that cannot be in school to be educated. So it's been a beautiful session and we are absolutely grateful that you honored us this time. It doesn't matter if it's the 9th time, we are just so excited.
Thank you.
One of us to you, we said
thank you. Thank you. Thank you to all who came in. Thank you. Thank you all so much. Thank you. I appreciate this. Thank you so much. And to the Facebook people, thank you.
All right. We have a fantastic weekend. Thank you for your time, for everyone who has stayed this
Everybody, please be fit. Make up your mind to do something different. Ensure that you're doing it at your own pace and do something that works for you. So like Olamiole said, you can do it from the comfort of your home. You do not have to go to a physical gym if you're not comfortable with that. However, in the end, you may want to do that eventually. And I'm a runner, so for those who are runners, it's a fantastic way to help your mental health. So Rose, you started running, fantastic. If you like to walk, once in a while, break into a run, you will see that it is so liberating. When I run, I'm like, I'm free. I feel like I've left everything else and I'm just running and there's so much liberty. So thank you again. I appreciate this, Rose, and you're doing good work. And thank you for being tenacious to get me to come and do this eventually. 9 times was a win. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. God bless you.
Have a lovely weekend.
Thank you. Thank you all. Bye-bye.